Hey guys, mailman showed up the other day, brought me a little present. We got an LED taillight because this sled has no taillight whatsoever. I've been trying to source, I believe the wires run through this little channel here, and there's like a little rubbery snap-in thing that goes in here. I haven't been able to source that part number. Mind you, I didn't really look for the part number on the BRP website. I was just looking on eBay and I didn't see anything, so I'm gonna have to find something there so you don't see the wires. Originally, well, I bought a new mud flap, so that's gone, or snow flap I should say. So I gotta take this off, and I was gonna take this off and then mount this on there like you're supposed to, bolt that on. Comes with some rivets, the kit, it's riveted on, but I really don't want to do that. It's kind of ugly, you know, it really doesn't look au natural. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this LED out of this plastic casing, and I'm going to carve this to fit that LED. That's my plan. So I'll mount that LED in the stock part here, in the BRP part, run my wires. While I was doing that, I noticed that there's no switch on my brake lever here, which is pretty bent. I don't know if you guys can really see that in the picture, but it really bends down quite a bit. So we're going to replace that with one of our billet levers. And the little switch is broken off, so I'm going to thread that out, and I'm going to buy another one from Royal Distributing. I was looking on eBay for them. They weren't very much. They were like 15 bucks. Let me make sure my audio's on. Yep, it's on. They were like 15 bucks and another 20 bucks for shipping and 8 bucks for duties, all in US dollars. I was like, oh fuck, it's going to cost like 70 bones for this little switch. So I think Royal Distributing has them for like 15 bucks. So definitely going to go that route. So that's one of my next projects. The EGT gauge, I believe, might be here today. So that's another thing I'm going to do. Well, that's it for now. Just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on next. And when I start cutting into that back piece there, I'm going to turn the camera on and carry on. All right, guys, I'm just working on the LED tail light. I took this off the sled, a couple bolts. It definitely is going to look better in this than it would in the part that it came with. Took 2 screws out, took this part out here. That's what we're going to be using. So we're going to have to cut a square hole, shape of this here, and that's going to leave us room to still screw it in. So what I did is I sat this on here, centered where I want it, and then I grabbed the pen and made some lines in it where I need to cut it. I'm also going to grab some tape, and I'm going to border those lines just so I can see my lines real clearly, because it's kind of hard to see black on black. And after that, I'm going to go in with a little X-Acto knife here, and I'm actually just going to carve away at it, carve till I'm right through the plastic. Pop that centerpiece out, and I'll turn the camera back on and show you where I'm at. Wish me luck. All right, I got my my tape on there. Double check to make sure it's the right thickness all the way around. I don't want to go any thinner or thinner if I don't have to, and that's going to give me a good edge to run the knife on and know exactly that I'm cutting a straight edge. So this is definitely going to be a two-hand job here. Let's see if I can break off my blade. Oy. They're really shitty fucking X-Acto knives, but lock it in there. So yeah, so basically, like I said, I'm just going to cut across here and keep scratching away till I'm through. And then I'm going to pop this plastic piece out, and that should just slide right in there then, and bolt right in. So I'll cut that out, turn the camera back on, and we'll see where we're at. Alright, that wasn't too bad at all. There's just a knife carved away a little bit. It's actually pretty soft stuff. Got that cut out pretty nice. Let's try this out here. There we go. So I'm going to put my couple screws in here. Actually, I'll use the bolts and and that's what it's going to look like. So hopefully that still fits on the sled. I think it should. I don't think it's not really in there very deep. Let's try that out. Fucking country music rocking in the background here. There we go. Pretty slick little job here. I like it. Alright guys, we have the taillight installed. I didn't bolt everything down yet, just sitting there loose. I found my wires for my brake lights under my tank, so I'm just extending these to connect to the LED light. I have no idea if that's got power to go into it or what. There's no reason really why it shouldn't. And Also, another thing I did was I bought a new switch for the brake lever here, and it's not connected, and I'm not sure where these wires go. So I'm going to take a look at the sled upstairs, see where they're wired, and see if I can wire it back into the stock location. And yeah, that's where it's at. Another thing I want to show you guys is when I do my wiring, I always solder and then heat shrink. These little tubes here are pretty neat. They come with solder in them and heat shrink. I always use a heat gun. You can use a lighter, but there's a chance you can actually burn the casing. So use a heat gun and it does everything for you. So I do that to all my wires. That way there I know I got a good seal and no water is going to get in there. So I just thought I'd show that to you. Alright guys, pretty much done the LED install. I wired it in according to the little diagram that comes with it. They said if you wire it wrong, nothing's going to happen, it just won't light up. So went ahead, hardwired it. I installed a new mud flap, or snow flap I should say. They come with rivets, and I didn't put the rivets in yet because I want to try out the taillight first, make sure everything's okay, because if I have to take it apart, I don't want to be chopping off rivets. I am going to go to BRP and get the little plastic piece that goes here, the little rubber little channel that goes over there. I also found the wiring, there goes the air compressor. I found the wiring for the tail light. I went upstairs, looked at my other sleds, took some pictures, and it is these two wires here I need to connect to. I didn't have a connector for it, so I just stripped them and forced them in there for now. Once I try it out and everything works well, I'll go find a proper connection or I'll hardwire it there. I don't really want to hardwire it there because I've never taken anything apart, but that's where I'm at right now. And I'm not going to be able to try it until I fire up the sled. So that's it on that one. Still waiting for the EGT gauges. When they come in, I'm going to finish wiring those up. And I'm going to take my power, I believe, from my heated handlebar grips, the switch. There should be live power there, so I should be able to light up my EGT COSO gauges with that, fire everything up, and hopefully everything runs. See you later.